my beautiful Melody. Yeah. Oh, hello. 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 Booty. 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 Love you both so much. I've been struggling a little bit with knowing what to film these days. A lot of what I'm doing is a little bit last minute and a little bit unplanned, and so I'm trying so hard this week to keep things in check. It is the week of the 25th of November to the 1st of December, so I thought it would be pretty fun to do another productive week in my life video. So I did one last year, it was back in May 2023, where I did a week in the life of a full-time YouTuber, because if you do not know, that is my full-time job. I have been doing this for the last 2.5 years. July 2022 was when I left work to do BookTube full-time. No regrets, I have been loving it, and yeah, well, the real ones will remember. The real ones will remember it hasn't been, you know, sunshine and daisies the entire time, but I am doing what I love, so that is the main thing. And so this week I feel like being able to just word vomit some things and try and schedule things as I'm going might help, and I think filming and doing this video on top of that will be very helpful for me. So welcome in. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you do, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Today is actually Tuesday the 26th of November. Yesterday was not the most exciting, so I didn't really film or anything because I had a wicked reading vlog that I had to get edited and up for a sponsor, and I don't do sponsorships. That is the only one I've done this year, and the main reason I did it was because I really wanted a reclining chair. So yesterday I did have to get the vlog done by then, and they wanted it up on November 25th, which was yesterday, and I was still editing yesterday. But the reason why I left it so late editing was because I needed a video up last week, and because they wanted the wicked video up, well, yesterday. I didn't have anything else for last week, so I had to do my Embosser Toss video earlier than I wanted to and get that up, and then I had to go back to Wicked, which took a little bit longer. Otherwise I would have had it up last week when Wicked premiered, and so yeah, it was like 2 or 3 days after I really wanted it up. So yeah, that aside, yesterday was not the most eventful because I was editing so much, but just to give you an idea, yesterday morning, because I'm doing personal training now, that session was at 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. I have invested in joining a local gym where I'm getting one-on-one personal training, and it has just been absolutely revolutionary for me this week. I'll talk more about it on Friday though, because that's when I have my next session. But I did have that session at 10:30. My Monday sessions are later than my through the week sessions. My through the week sessions are at 9 a.m. So once I got back from the gym, from 12 until about, I think it was like 4:30, I finished editing that vlog. I started it the day before and I finished editing it around about 4:30. I was exporting that for hours and then finally uploaded it yesterday at 8:30 p.m. GMT, which was by the skin of my teeth because the sponsor wanted it up that day, and so I was very, very last minute getting it done. But it's up and it's done, and that's great. But it did mean that's all I pretty much did yesterday. So today, Tuesday, the 26th of November, it's a little bit later in the day, it's 4 p.m. right now. My mum and brother came earlier to help me get, you know, the decorations up, which is great. I'm very happy to have the Christmas decorations up now. And in 1 hour, I have Patreon reading sprints. I have not really done anything else today. I've been trying to schedule and think of things to do this week. I've been trying to sort out my TBR, planning what days I need to read what. And so this week might be a little bit chaotic, a little bit all over the place. And I do try my best to plan it as much as possible, but sometimes it's just like not possible for me because I kind of like to go with the flow sometimes and just see what happens, which is again very chaotic and messy of me, especially when this is my job. I'm supposed to be getting episode 3 of my library challenge up next month, and I'm taking a library book out of the library every month. So September, October, November, December constitutes episode 3, and I have still not yet read my September book. I was supposed to get this read 2 months ago, and I still haven't read it. So that's why I'm doing my Patreon reading sprints for. I am now not exactly rushing my final episode in my library challenge series this year, but I have just been very busy doing other things. I'm still not long back from my time away in Australia and Egypt, so things have just been a little bit all over the place in Gavin Reads It All headquarters. So alongside doing my week in the life video that I'm filming right now, I am doing my library challenge episode 3. I also want to try and get more books read for my 2024 Goodreads Awards Romantasy reading vlog, so I need to try and get more books read for that because I've only read 1 book on that TBR so far, and there are 10 in total, or maybe it's just like 8 more to read because I think one of the books I've already read. I'll talk about that in a different vlog. This is what I mean though, my TBR is all over the place, my life is all over the place, my schedule is all over the place, my filming is all over the place, everything's all over the place. It would be very nice to try and
sort things out. And I also, on top of that, want to try and get my next Stephen King reading vlog done by the end of December too. So I was hoping to maybe start one of the books this month also, maybe this week. But we'll see, because I also have quite a few live shows this week also. Have my Patreon reading sprints today. I have public reading sprints on Thursday. Haven't done any all month. Friday, festive movie night with my patrons. And on Saturday, I have the Literary Dead Book Club with Kayla and Deja for An Academy for Lies, which I still need to read. And on Sunday, I have my Once Upon a Time watch along with my patrons. We are watching season 1, episodes 7, 8, and 9. We have just started the series and it's been so much fun so far. Tomorrow, I'm also off to Edinburgh for the day just to get some B-roll footage of bookshops and meeting a friend for coffee and to do some book shopping with. So that should be really fun also. But yeah, it is a pretty busy week if you ask me, a very busy week, which is why a little bit of order is in order. So what am I actually wanting to read this week? That is the question. So I don't have these 2 books to read this week because this is for my library challenge. This is for Saturday for the book club. I may also try and read one of the Backman books that I need to read for my video. Roadwork is the next one I need to read, and I think it's short. Potentially, is that even the one I need to read next? I think I might have to read Cujo next. No, I think I have to read Roadwork. Again, like, why do I not know this already? I am so unorganized. I try to organize things in documents, in spreadsheets, but still. And I even have my Google Calendar as well on my phone to help. And yet, my time management is still poor. But I still always get everything done at the end of the day. It's usually just a little bit stressful getting there. Oh, and then I will also want to try and do my October reading challenge because I'm very, very late with my library challenge video. I need to do my October and November challenges as well by the end. Oh wait, hang on. The November, I've got 2 more then, I've just thought. Because the 30th of November is this Saturday. And so I need to try and do my November pick also by the end of November. I may have to go into December, potentially. So I might have 2 more library books to read this week. If your aspirations are to be a full-time booktuber or a full-time YouTuber, do not be like me. I am sure there are other full-time booktubers who have things way more organized than I do. You may not be able to hear me that well, but I am doing some late night cooking right now because I'm doing sprints and I have about like an hour until, you know, I have to go back. So I may have mentioned already that I'm doing Gusto now, which is better than HelloFresh in my opinion. You can get meals for just 1 person, which is exactly what I need. And I need to use some of these recipes by like Saturday. And with me being away tomorrow all day, I thought I would do 2 recipes today. So I already had the hoisin duck wraps that I made earlier today. I had that around dinner time. And now I am making Japanese style chicken curry udon noodles. That's what my patrons voted for, so that's what I'm making. Okay, it's telling me to peel the carrot. I don't think I have a peeler. That's a bottle opener. That's the one thing about, well, I feel like everyone has a peeler except me. But I've cut the green beans in half. Maybe I can do like, oh, hang on. I'll just use a knife. I'll do it this way. Duh. Because I'm such a stupid cat. But yeah, I'm trying to be a lot better with what I eat, as well as like exercising more. Just so I can feel better about myself and my mental health. Because I have not been doing very great since becoming a YouTuber full time. I have been really badly not doing anything. I've been very lazy. I barely leave the house, unless it's for like videos and stuff. So I need to be a lot more conscious about actually, you know, moving my feet and exercising and stuff. That's what I'm trying to improve on. So I need to dice the carrot. So can I dice it just by doing this? Can I also eat it? I accidentally set off the fire alarm earlier today, so I'm trying not to do that again. But yeah, I want to focus on making this recipe, otherwise I'll end up doing something wrong, I just know it. But yeah, I'm definitely being a lot more conscious about what I eat, because otherwise I was just like using the air fryer too much and making the same things over and over again. So it'll be nice to have some nutrition, exercise, and all of that. I'm just doing this as a personal journey for myself. I need to change and I know I need to change. My health has not been the best, so I'm doing all of this for me. But yeah, I need to focus and concentrate on this, so I'll be right back.
felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches, are they looking at me? Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. A simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This can be the end of everything. So why don't we go? So why don't we go? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know.
I had a lovely day in Edinburgh yesterday. I don't know what I'm filming for what because I'm filming so many different vlogs at the minute. So I don't think I've come in and told you about it. And I did do a vlog update yesterday, but I think that was for the romantasy video. Honestly, I'm all over the place at the minute. I'm all over the place. And actually, I thought I would try and write some things down on my little whiteboard. Nothing fancy. Just so I can like try and keep, you know, on top of what I need to do. And I probably should have done this at the start of the week. But I would like a proper whiteboard, you know, like with a calendar and stuff on it so I can write things in. Even though I don't think the calendar would be big enough. But yes, I had a lovely day yesterday. I bought some books. And I think during this week I need to sort out this room. I got a new bookshelf for my manga room and I put all of my nostalgia books on so I've got more room. But I still have all my graphic novels to try and fit away. And like just 1, 2, 3 piles of books that I've held since I think Australia that I need to try and fit onto the shelf as well. So this is not looking good. I need to try and sort all of that out. I did finish A Fate Inked in Blood yesterday. I read a lot of it on the way to Edinburgh and on the way back, and then when I got home it was around about 7 p.m. I just stayed up until about midnight to finish it because I'm trying to read a book a day in order for me to like stay on top of all of my goals. And I can pretty much read a book a day. Like what else am I doing? What else am I doing? I mean, I'm filming, I'm editing, and stuff like that, but when I try and, you know, schedule it, which is what I've kind of done here, is like I'm trying to make it so that I can you know, like read my books in a day and move on to the next thing. So these are pretty much all vlogs. Are these all vlogs? Yeah, I don't really do sit down videos. That just really isn't for me. But I have 5 vlogs coming in the next like 3-ish weeks. Obviously, this one that we're watching right now, Productive Week of My Life, I want to get up December 3rd. And then my Romantic Goodreads vlog, December 9th. Library Challenge episode 3, December 12th. Imposter Toss episode 2, December 15th, and then Gary Meets All the King episode 3, December 19th. And in order to achieve all this is what the rest of this week looks like, and next week. In fact, actually, this is all of this week and next week. I haven't included November 25th because I was just editing my Wicked vlog that day. November 26th, I read all of Dance in the Charleston because that was for my Library Challenge video, and I did that during Patreon reading sprints. And then November 27th, yesterday, I went to Edinburgh and I read all of A Fate Inked in Blood. In purple, here is the date, the book that I need to read that day, and then in purple in brackets, I have what I'm doing that day, like what else I'm doing. It's usually a lot of live shows, or like if I'm going somewhere, I'll write it there too. Literally nothing fancy. I just need something plain and simple so that I can just like easily like cross out and read. So today, November 28th, in Academy for Liars, I have public reading sprints in half an hour. So that's what I'll be doing today. I want to read all of this during those sprints. November 29th, Library Challenge book. I don't know what that's going to be yet because I have training in the morning. And then when I'm coming home from training, I will pop into my library, see if they're still open. They are undergoing renovations. I don't know if they're actually open, but hopefully they are. So I can return my September book and then finally read my October challenge. I'm a couple of months behind that. It is what it is, it's fine. So whatever I pick, I will hopefully be able to read all of that day. And then I have a festive movie night with my patrons that night. November 30th, I have to read Assistant to the Villain that day. I also have the Literary Dead Book Club at 4 PM. So I'll be able to read Assistant to the Villain before and after that. And I'm reading an Academy for Liars for the Literary Dead Book Club. So if I get that book done today, then at least that's the book club sorted. Sunday, December 1st, I want to read all of The Spell Shop. I also have a Once Upon a Time watch along with my patrons that night. December 2nd on the Monday, I have training at 10:30. And then I have to edit my Week in the Life vlog, so I'll be spending that entire day editing. That usually does take an entire day, and then I will have the video posted on December 3rd. So on Tuesday, December 3rd, I always do Patreon sprints on a Tuesday. I might start them earlier and try and do these Patreon sprints won't end until I finish my book, so I can read all of Zodiac Academy for that. December 4th, I want to read Phantasma, and that's for, again, like the fantasy reading vlog. December 5th, A Touch of Darkness, and I think I might do more public sprints next Thursday. So it's Thursday today, I might do more public sprints next Thursday, because I don't really have another video to go up, like between the Week in the Life and the Romantasy video, so I may try and do on December 5th another reading sprint. That sometimes helps my drought. So I'll try and read all of A Touch of Darkness next Thursday. So on Friday, December 6th, I'm going to try and read all of A Shadow in the Ember, and then that night I have a Chatting with Nuts thing on Jimmy's channel, YouTube channel, The Fantasy Network. On Saturday, December 7th, I want to try and read all of Quicksilver while also having a Christmas movie night with my patrons that night. And then December 8th, I want to try and edit my Romantasy vlog and then have my Once Upon a Time watch along that night with my patrons as well. I do a lot on Patreon. I do a lot of live shows. So I'm pretty much doing like 5 live shows a week at the minute. Not just on Patreon, but like public and when I'm appearing on other people's channels. I think I did like 6 live shows last week. But if I can do all of that, then it will mean that I'll be able to get my Romantasy Goodreads vlog up on December 9th. I did actually want it up on December 7th originally, but that's just not going to happen. And then I will do more of the Library Challenge, Imposter Toss, and reading Stephen King as well after all of this. So that's essentially how this week and next week are looking like. I might try and use this more to try and get a sense of it, because I like using my spreadsheet, but there are so many days where I just like forget to open it and then my day's chaos. So it might be helpful to have like a visual reminder. So I might try and get that calendar whiteboard thing. I'm sure Gabby has one. Although I might need like 2 calendars. Like one for live shows and then one for doing all of my work. Like if I have to read, edit, film. Because none of this is including the fact that I have to film every day to review that book. It doesn't include any of that. So I will need to fit that in also. One of the great things about doing the training and doing my personal training is that the sessions are quite early, so I'm getting up a little bit earlier than I usually do, and I feel like I have way more of the day and I feel way more productive. It's just unlocking so much of my brain and energy. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm going to go downstairs. I want to make a coffee before I do public sprints, and I also need to write up my notes for A Fate Inked in Blood, which I will probably do tomorrow because I do want to try and read all of Academy for Liars today, and I don't really want that to impact my sprints, especially since the sprints won't end until I finish it. So we want to try and read like not as fast as possible because, you know, I like to hang out with people in chat. It is pretty hectic, But again, I had nearly 3 weeks off. I mean, I was still filming and I was like hosting a trip. But you know, when I went to Australia and Egypt, that felt like a vacation. It felt amazing, and I honestly was so rejuvenated and so happy to have that time. So now I am just like working. But that is because I love my job. Like, it does look stressful. It is stressful, but I love it at the same time. There's nothing else I want to do right now. So I mean, I get to read, I get to film all day, I get to hang out with people online a lot of the times and do live shows. So like, what have I really got to complain about?
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Okay, I've been doing some work on my computer, and then I went to the kitchen to pick up Ash's cat poop, and look who stole my seat. Ash, are you proud of yourself? Eh? Are you proud of... Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it, you little thief? You little thief? I was sitting there. Make me pick up your poop and then steal my seat. Rude. What do I do with this? Huh? Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. For some reason, he absolutely loves this random bit of whatever was on a parcel one time. He doesn't like conventional cat toys. He loves random stuff like this. Are you going to vacate my seat? Oh, you are so cute. Look at your little face. Look at your little face. Oh. Hey, do. Hey, do. Boo, boo, boo. Hey, boo, boo, boo. Are you going to get out now? Eh? Are you going to get out now? Eh, boo, 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 boo. Eh, boo, 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 boo. Eh, boo, 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 boo. Yes! No? Yes. Okay. Hey, I have arrived home. I've been home for a couple of hours now. I need to go in the shower and that, but I wanted to do some filming first because that can be exhausting. I'm about to sit down and enjoy a library book that I got today, and I'm going to be doing that hopefully refreshed after a shower, so I'm going to do it after this update. But I thought what would really help today, and I might start doing this every day actually, is to have my, again, my trusty whiteboard, to have my day just like written down so I can rub it out every day and do it again. Obviously I know like loads of people do this anyway, but I'm a little bit late to the game on so many things. But yeah, today I woke up at 7 AM, but I did hit snooze until about 8 AM. Got ready for like half an hour, fed the cats, did all the bits that I had to do, and I left for personal training at 8:30 AM, and then at 9 AM I had my session, which went great. My arms and legs are killing me right now, but it was a great session. And then after the session, it always lasts an hour. I take about like a 15-minute walk to my library, which is still open, thank God. Managed to get my next book that I want to read today, which is called The Christmas Book Club by Sarah Morgan. Just a little spoiler for the library challenge video. I got some shopping, got home around about like 11:30 AM, and then I started writing notes for A Fate Inked in Blood, which is what I read on Wednesday, but I still needed to film my review for my romantasy video, so that's why I did it right after it, 12:30. I started filming my romantasy video review for A Fate Inked in Blood. It didn't take too long to do. It never does really when I like write notes. I never really used to write notes. I kind of just like went off vibes. Like I didn't really highlight or underline things very much, and I would try and film a review for something, and I would struggle sometimes to have cohesive thoughts because it would just be randomly all over the place. I feel like maybe I'm getting a little bit better at, you know, writing notes down and doing all of that. So yeah, it didn't take too long to do Fate Inked in Blood. And then at 1 PM I started oh, it's this. I'm doing this right now. Well, it's at like 1:15 right now. So yeah, I thought I would film a little update for the Week in the Life video. And then I need to also do vlog updates for my library challenge video as well. So I'm pretty much like filming 3 videos right now. And I'm trying to keep them all in check and not being so all over the place with them, as I'm trying to like organize that as much as possible too. So yeah, I need to talk about like why I picked this, what it's about, things like that. I might film that and then I will go in the shower. And then from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m, I'm gonna try and read all of this. That's what, like 6 hours? I think I can do it. I think I can do it. It is about 387 pages, but you know, it's a Christmassy rom-com kind of book, and I feel like I will eat it up, so it shouldn't take too long. And then at 8 p.m, I'm having my festive movie night on Patreon, and we are watching Our Little Secret, I think it's called. It's the new one with Lindsay Lohan and Kristen Chenoweth, so I'm very excited for that. We have been watching all of the new Netflix Christmas films for the past couple of weeks. We are going to start watching some classic ones as well, like Miracle on 34th Street soon, but I really wanted to watch like the new Netflix Christmas films because I've just been so excited for them. So we've been doing those like pretty much back to back. We've had like a festive movie night every week for the past 3 weeks now. So we have that at 8 p.m. So it's literally going to be a Christmas filled day today. I'm gonna get myself looking all lovely and fresh, maybe put my pajamas on and just stay in my pajamas for the rest of the day. Oh, I also need to fit in making food. I need to make food today. I will do that at some point. I still have my gusto to get through. I think I want to make I think it's sausage and leek with creamy mash recipe today. I might do that one today. Maybe I'm just gonna put all the Christmas lights on, maybe put a Christmas ambience on the TV as well, read this all day today, and then watch a new Christmas film tonight. Sounds like a perfect day. Sounds like a perfect festive Friday.
Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat, repeat the sounding joy. Sing joy, sing joy, sing joy. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove.
Oh, I have so much work to do today. When I say work, I mean like housework. Like I need to be a domestic goddess today. I do this a lot. I end up neglecting a lot of household chores for doing my videos, reading. That just kind of builds and builds and builds, and I need to get on it. So today, I do have my trusty whiteboard again. Honestly, you're gonna get sick of seeing this now. You're gonna get sick of seeing it. Today, Saturday, November 30th, I needed to wake up at 9. I had a little bit more of a line than yesterday because I didn't have training this morning. And then I needed to finish this, the Christmas book club, for my library challenge video. So I started that around about 10. None of these times are like exactly set in stone apart from the book club. But around about 10, I had my morning coffee, I had something to eat, and I had to finish this. I only had like about 60-70 pages to go, so I ended up reading that, wrote up my notes around about midday, and then I started filming just before this. It'll be so funny to kind of compare the library challenge video with this one because I'm filming them simultaneously. Same with the romantasy video. All 3 of them are going to be like pretty much same places, and you're going to know exactly when I filmed what. So yeah, I had to film that, and now I am on the November challenge on the final day of November, so I'm kind of caught up a little bit with the library challenge, a little bit. I'm still going to be behind. At least I got to this point, you know, I managed to finish 2 library books this week, so that's good. And then I'm now filming this. I didn't put that on the schedule thing, I just thought I'll just quickly do a quick update. And then between 1 and 3:30, I want to try and start Apprentice to the Villain, which is downstairs. That's for my romantasy video. I do want to finish that today. So after the Literary Dead Book Club at 4 p.m, which I'm doing today with Kayla and Deja for An Academy for Liars, I will stop reading around about 3:30, have a quick little look at my notes again just to refresh my memory, and then go into the book club. It might only last around about an hour, so around about 5:30 to 10 p.m. I will continue Apprentice to the Villain and try and finish it. I also need to do my dishes, my laundry, and cook food as well, because I have one Gusto recipe left. And oh my god, that kitchen is a mess. I need to do the dishes before I can cook anything else. That's the one bad thing about Gusto, or any kind of the cooking boxes, is how many dishes I have, and I don't have a dishwasher. So I have to wash them all by hand. Honestly, it's piled high. It is piled high. In my laundry as well, I have so much laundry. I have a full basket. So I need to start doing that as well. So I'm going to see if I can maybe get the audiobook for Apprentice to the Villain and start doing my household chores while I'm listening to the audiobook. But I will read the first 50 pages physically so that I can get a sense of the world first. I do this with all my audiobooks. I try and read as much as I can physically first so that when I get into the audiobook, it's not too much of a struggle. I want to be able to set that foundation in my brain first of what the story is, who the characters are, before like jumping straight into the audiobook. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I am currently on track with the one book a day, even though I finished, you know, the Christmas book club this morning. I am still pretty much on track for a book a day, and see if I can get 2 more books read by the end of this vlog. If I don't, I've failed. I am currently sweating my tits off. It is a late night filming session tonight. I'm about to record an intro for my next episode of Carmen Reads All the King. I wasn't going to do it just yet, but then I remembered I do have to send a thumbnail image for me, like take a photo of me, and send it to the thumbnail illustrator that I use for that series. It's best to do that as soon as possible because, yeah, with Christmas coming up, they might end up getting busier with their other commissions. So I'm going to quickly film the intro to that video now. I don't really film that late anymore because I don't really like filming after a certain time. I don't know why. I used to love late night filming, but I'm not the biggest fan of it anymore. But I do have the umbrella light on at the minute. It's been a while since I got that bad boy out. But also after that, I might as well do my review for Assistant to the Villain, which I was just going to do in the morning, but I might as well do that now as I've got all the equipment out. Because I did get about halfway through before the Literary Dead Book Club at 5 with Kayla and Deja, and it was such a good discussion. I loved it so much. We had so much to say. No bias, but I genuinely thought it was a brilliant discussion. And then I ended up finishing the rest of this. I have to do 3 loads of laundry. That's how late I've left doing my laundry. And I still got 1 more load to do, but I don't want to do it this late. So I'll probably do it tomorrow. I do have the heating on at the minute so my clothes can dry, but now I'm absolutely roasting. It is so hot. Anyway, I don't think I've got too long to film tonight. It is 10 o'clock. I want to get this image of me for the thumbnail, send off all my requirements, get that done. It'll probably be like midnight or something by the time I like really finish today as like a work day. Fortunately, I don't have to be up early tomorrow. I need to tell you about the dream I had last night. And I love the fact that I can remember it so clearly. And it was one of those dreams where it kind of continued on from a dream I had months ago, where I went to this like really gothic apartment complex. Like it was like very big. There was like a middle part where it was like open, and then there were like more kind of apartments and stuff. It was A really weird layout. But I remember months ago, one of my colleagues from Waterstones was living there. She mentioned, oh, that one over there is, you know, unoccupied, but it's haunted. And then, like months later, my subconscious must have remembered this building. So I ended up moving into that big spaced apartment in this really weird complex thing. And I was really worried about Ash and Tobu because, you know, there were like little bridges, there were like little gaps and stuff, and so many places where little cats could get lost or, you know, like fall down. So I ended up making a spell to turn Ash and Tobu into people, and they turn into these really cute little old men. Like, they were like, just like the cutest, like grey hair, very old. They were like 90, and they were just adorable. They were absolutely adorable. So yeah, I turned my cats into old men, and I was still looking after them as I would cats. So like, they used the cat litter and they would eat out cat balls, but they were so cute. Like, can you imagine Ash and Tobu as little old men? Like, can you? And I also remember a strange thing where there was a clock and it was upside down, but it didn't matter how many times I turned it round, the 12 was always at the bottom and the 6 was always at the top. And I kept turning it, being like, oh, it needs to be the right way around. But it just wouldn't go the right way around, which I found really bizarre. Also, there was like a restaurant kind of nightclub thing going on as well within this complex. So I would talk to people, I would mingle. And I also had like a Romeo and Juliet moment. You know, in that film where Romeo and Juliet are looking at each other through like some kind of fish tank. Well, that was me, but with a Christmas tree on the other side. I thought it was a person, but it turned out to be a Christmas tree. So even my dreams want me to stay single. Anyway, what I've been doing today, I'm halfway through The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. This is the 5th book that I needed to read for my romantasy video, so I'm halfway through. There is only 5 more to go, so I'll be doing that next week. Very happy with the progress I've made with that video this week, but kind of also a little bit confusing too, because I'm not really doing very much outside of reading and reviewing the books for the Goodreads romantasy video thing. So I feel like the video is a little bit boring because a lot of the normal day-to-day stuff is what I'm putting in this video. So hopefully the second half of the romantasy video is a lot more interesting. I don't know. But to round out this video, I did have a Q&A thing on my Instagram a couple of days ago, asking for some questions if you have any questions at all for my content creator kind of lifestyle. I also had a Q&A at the end of my previous Week in the Life video, so I didn't really use any questions that I feel like I'd already answered in that video. I will link that video down below anyway if you just want to check it out. There's also like a little bit more of like the technical stuff I do, like the editing, the making of a thumbnail, kind of what I do to prep for filming and stuff like that. So a lot of that's already in that video and I didn't really want to repeat myself in this video. So I would recommend checking that one out. I didn't include any questions that I feel like I've already answered in this video just by like plodding along. Although there was one thing that kind of made me laugh out loud. I want to say you cook a meal, of course, if it's convenient. I just find that so hilarious. I don't know why. Like, I just want to say you cook a meal. But I did do a little bit of that in this video. Anyway, so for like some of the questions, also I'm loving the fact that it is like 3 p.m. The sun is already setting. There's a bit of an orange glow coming through the kitchen window. It's really nice. So getting to the questions, do you do any sort of ritual before filming to get mentally camera ready? Not really, I just go straight for it. But sometimes I do try and do some mouth exercises because a lot of the times I do talk too fast and I stumble over my words and I have to keep repeating that sentence over and over again. So I try and just do some of this. And I'm like, ma, you know what I mean? I try to do a little bit of that so that I can talk as clear as possible. Who are the cats named after? So Ash and Tobu are named after 2 characters in the Frost Heart series by Jamie Littler. My favourite middle grade series of all time, absolutely love it. Ash is the main character of Frost Heart. He's a little bit timid and Tobu is his Yeti guardian. And I definitely say that is Ash and Tobu. Ash can be quite timid. He's like a huge daddy's boy, and so like when other people are around he doesn't really get to know them that well. He much prefers to like be with me and he can be a little bit shy in that regard, whereas Tobu is very approachable. He does look after Ash a lot, so I felt like the names were appropriate. If I could name them now, I would definitely call them Zoro and Sanji from One Piece. What percent do you read physically to audibly? Okay, so I had to check this out. So on my spreadsheet that I use, which I downloaded from Alli from With Allie, she has an Etsy shop where she sells her spreadsheets. So I do audiobook reading, I do physical reading, and I also do a mixture of the two. So according to my spreadsheet so far for this year, I've read 224 books physically, and then plus 6 books ebook wise, so that would be 230 books I've read physically and just physically. 20 books I just listened to the audiobook by themselves. And then 65 books I did a mixture of both physical and audio. So my reading is definitely way more physical than audio. Mainly because I already own the books and I find it a little bit of a waste if I try and get an audiobook for it, unless I'm like really desperate for time. I can't just listen to audiobooks on their own anymore unless I'm doing a meaningless task at the same time. Like this week I was doing like laundry, doing the dishes, and listening to an audiobook, so that I would do by itself. But I can't just listen to an audiobook. I can't just do that. I need to do something else, or play like Power Wash Simulator at the same time. And I'm not saying like this is for everyone, like this is for me personally, so don't think I'm saying, oh, and this has happened before. Like a lot of times people do put words into my mouth when they weren't there in the first place. So like when I say I can't physically just listen to an audiobook because I can't pay attention, that's not me saying that anyone who listens to just audiobooks, they don't pay attention either. This is just all me. This is just a totally personal preference. I can't just listen to audiobooks because I can't pay attention. My brain is too hectic. So if I read and listen to an audiobook at the same time, perfect. Great combination. But I don't really know what percent that is, so I would probably say that is like 90% physical still. Do you get recognised when you go out like at the library or a store? Funnily enough, when I went to see Wicked last Saturday and I went to Waterstones to buy some books, of course, I got a comment on my Wicked video from someone, and if you're watching, hi, somebody said, was that you in Waterstones? Because I was standing right behind you. And I was like, yeah, that was me. But I don't know who was behind me. When I used to work at Waterstones, I did get, oh, do you do videos on YouTube? So I did get that a few times, but yeah. How's the exercise going? Considering starting myself with motivation in winter is an issue. I totally get it. Like, seriously, I totally get it. Motivation was like the hardest thing for me as well. But then, like, not to be morbid, but like, I won't be around forever. And I want to feel happy with myself for as long as possible before I go. So the only... I don't know why I'm saying all this. So if I wait until spring, which is what, like 4 months, all of that progress I could have made in that time is just lost. It's why I'm like, oh, I could wait until next year before I start, you know, revamping my channel, or before I start doing this, before I start doing that. I'm like, well, what am I doing in the meantime, huh? What are you doing in the meantime? Like, I could be doing this right now. In like, whether it's the winter, summer, spring, autumn, the sooner you start, the sooner you can start feeling good about yourself. Like, I don't know your personal journey with fitness or health and stuff, but like for me, I'm like, that's like 3 or 4 months where I could be working on my mental health through fitness and unlocking my brain, because I have been feeling so great with it recently. So yeah, how's the exercise going? It's been going great. Like, I've been waking up earlier, I've been going, and I've been feeling so productive that day, and it's like unlocking my brain a little bit more. And I feel great. I feel awesome. So like, why would I prevent myself from feeling that just because it's the winter? There is no price to feeling good about yourself. So I totally get it. Like, it is cold. It is just before Christmas. It's a busy, busy time. I totally get it. You can definitely carve out just 1 hour, 3 times a week. So like, that's 3 hours a week to doing it. But yeah, I'm sorry if I got a little bit morbid there, but why would I want to waste valuable time when I could be doing it right now? Ever get bored of reading? Like, I love it, but reading for work might make me stir crazy. Well, that's the thing. Like, I love reading and I love making videos. So the fact that I can do both at the same time kind of helps both of them. So if I start to feel a little bit bored with videos, I find my love for reading like really brings me back. And then when I start to feel a little bit bored with reading, filming the videos brings me back, you know? So like, I feel like I have a perfect balance there. And I'm touching wood. Fortunately, I've never been in a reading slump. I can't remember if I ever have. I've been put off from reading for a bit after uni, but other than that, like, reading doesn't put me in a slump. I love it so much. I can genuinely finish a book in a day because I just love to just sit down, read, and focus on that world, and I can do that. And yeah, of course, like, it's still work because I'm working so much every week and working every single day. Most of my waking minutes are spent doing like some kind of work, but I love it so much. And I honestly feel so fortunate and blessed. And like, I'm not taking this for granted. And I think because I don't think this is going to last forever, like, I'm definitely not going to be a YouTuber like forever. Like, that's just, I don't think that's possible. I'm just making the most of it now. And because I am just so fortunate and blessed that I can do that right now, I'm just like taking all that appreciation for reading and for making content and videos. And I'm just running with it and I'm enjoying it. And I mean, definitely last year, if we remember, I did upload a video. I was like, this is killing me. And it was. It absolutely was, because I wasn't finding the right balance. I was letting myself go in terms of like health, for instance. Another reason why I'm doing fitness now, in terms of health, in terms of social skills, in terms of a lot of things, I had let myself go and I was sacrificing my own personal health over what I love to do, which was like filming and reading and work. So yeah, I don't think I struggle with it. I think it's just because I have so much appreciation for what I do, in that I know I'm lucky and I know I'm blessed, that my brain just doesn't let me feel, you know, like bored of reading or anything. Do you wish you could read something just for fun and not have to record the process? But like for me, what makes it fun is recording the process. What makes it fun is making the videos. You know, so like I feel like I would be bored if I just read, and I would probably be bored if I just filmed. Like I need both of them. I need both of them to sustain me. But I know what you mean. It's like, can I ever just like read a book for fun and like not have to give a review or do like an in-depth spoiler discussion for like a project? Yeah, I guess. But then I'm just like, okay, I'd read the book and then what? And then what? How long does it take you to come up with a video idea and make it a reality that we then get to see? It depends, it varies. Like say for instance the Fear Street video, I started planning that one, I think it was like August 2022, and I didn't get it done until October 2024. So that was like 2 years in 2 months getting that one done. And like for the Are You Afraid of the Dark video, that one took a while because I had to collect all of the out of print books for it, which was expensive and timely. So that took about a year to do as well. So yeah, honestly it varies. A lot of the times if I really feel passionate about something, like say if I get an idea and I'm like, oh my god, I really want to make that right now, then I will just do that. I used to be so hard on myself and so rigid with what I had to do that I was like, no, I can't do it until this point, and then by that point I've lost the passion for it. So now I just kind of go with the flow a little bit more, and I'm letting myself do that. It really helps. So yeah, honestly it can be a matter of like a week to 2 weeks, or it could take years. It could really take years. The nunnery video, for instance, as well, I started planning, I think it was about the end of 2023 when I saw that the nunnery was available. So that took, what, like 6 months, because I went in June. So say like December, January, I came across it. June, I filmed it, and then September it was uploaded. You know, like 9 months from like beginning to end, kind of. So yeah, honestly, it really depends. What is the best way to start BookTube? I would say, honestly, start BookTube just uploading videos, and try not to get so caught up in numbers. Like, numbers are not important in the early days. Just build your channel up, do it because you love it, and make the videos you're proud of. And then once you've got like that kind of like back catalog, you can really start to like see yourself grow if that's your, you know, interest, if that's what your goal is. You can start seeing yourself then. But I feel like so many people, and myself included, felt like I had to be successful from day one, and that just isn't the case a lot of the times. So just don't give yourself those huge goals to begin with. Start small. Like, make your very first goal on BookTube be upload 10 videos. That's your very first goal. Don't even look at subscribers, don't even look at how those videos perform. Just upload 10 videos. And then when you get to the 10 videos, think, okay, maybe get to like 100 subscribers, or like get to 100 views on this video. You know, have those like really small steps. Try not to aim so high so quickly, because I know just how deflating that can be. Just start small and just keep going. And a great way as well is just, you know, like joining live shows, book club discussions, comment on people's videos, you know, and especially if you're trying to like make more friends in the community and building a community. I feel like just talking to others and all of that really does help. It makes you feel so much less alone. Joining a community, joining a Discord, things like that, or talking about things on like Instagram, Bookstagram, Twitter, even though I don't even really use Twitter anymore, but that was a huge one back in the day too. Just small steps, baby steps, don't aim too high to begin with. Gabby, are you getting any better at taking days off now? Who asked you? Gabby, who asked you? I'm kidding, I love you, and no. Not really. But like, I took like nearly 3 weeks off when I went to Egypt and Australia. So, I mean, I was filming the entire time. But like, still, like, no. How many hours do you typically work in a week? So I try to figure this out. So I kind of do around about like 12 hours of work a day, 7 days a week. So I probably work about 84 hours a week, give or take. Sometimes I can do more, especially if I'm trying to edit a massive video. So say for instance, Fear Street. The Fear Street video, I took 2 days to edit, but I woke up around about like 7 or 8 a.m, started editing straight away, and then I didn't stop editing until about 2 a.m. And then I go back to bed, wake up at 8 a.m. again, or 9 a.m, and start editing and spend a good chunk of that day. What, it's like 16 hours? Did that take like 32 hours to edit? I can't remember. But I honestly, 2 days solid was doing that. So it really does depend what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. But I think I work around about like 84-ish hours a week. Can you actually enjoy your free time without the niggling thought I could work right now? I honestly, that's something that I'm still working at. And I think this was a question that I got in the previous Week in My Life video. And I think I said something along the lines of, I'm going to try. Do I feel like it's helped? Not really. I still feel, you know, when I'm playing a video game that I should probably be reading a book right now, or filming, or editing, or something. But, I mean, I am a little bit better than I was last year, I will admit. I got my Steam Deck for my birthday earlier this year, and I started playing on it like 3 months later. And that was really nice, and I really enjoyed that, but I don't think that niggling voice ever escaped my brain. So yeah, it honestly does depend on what it is I'm doing and how much I got done. But because I'm always wanting to get a video out and always wanted to film a video and stuff, it really feels like it's never ending. So having other hobbies isn't really like... I guess doing my fitness thing is really helping because I'm not doing that for content, I'm doing that for me. Obviously I'll have like a little clip from the gym every now and then, but like it's not really something I'm focusing on, and it's something that is helping me escape this whole thing. But I feel like that voice will always be there, not gonna lie. Where did you learn how to edit videos? Your videos always have great visuals. Thank you so much. I'm a little bit self-taught. I would use YouTube videos, and honestly I don't even think my editing is really that great. It's just like I'm just editing, I'm just cutting. You know, sometimes I'll zoom in, sometimes I'll zoom out. And using the green screen is really easy as well. It's like, I don't think I do anything that impressive. Like, I don't have like special effects half the time. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I feel like YouTube, learning off YouTube has like really helped. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Do you ever feel lonely because it's a job that is just you? And if you do, how do you deal with it? So actually, yes. And that is again, like one of the reasons why I had such a breakdown in 2023. Because of how isolated I made myself. It's starting to get really dark. Should I turn this off? Because of how isolated I made myself in 2023, I wanted to reach out more. And that's what I did this year. So when I went to Australia last month, I went to see friends who I hadn't seen in a couple of years. And friends I was worried that I was losing that connection with. So I was like, okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Let's like see each other in person and just, you know, hang out and make it like the good old days. And it was. And, you know, I did it earlier this week as well. I met up with a friend in Edinburgh and it was a great time. So I am actively trying to make myself get out a little bit more. I do so many live shows a week on Patreon as well that I genuinely don't feel lonely because I'm constantly socializing with people. I'm constantly talking with people. 3-4 times a week I'm talking with people. And then I'm seeing my family pretty much once a week as well. And now I'm going to the gym as well. I'm socializing there. And yeah, I've just been making a very active approach at seeing more friends. Which I think my very first Slice of Life vlog or second Slice of Life vlog that I did this year was also me, you know, branching out to a friend I hadn't seen in a while. And just like making the effort, you know? So I've not been very lonely this year, which has been great. What is something you accomplished this year that you're proud of? I am proud of starting fitness because I really needed it for my own sanity. I'm proud of doing the branching out, seeing people. I'm definitely proud of that. Proud of a couple of videos, like going to the Shire House to read Lord of the Rings. Love that one. How do you will yourself to get through a book for a project when you are hating it? Going back to a question earlier, like the reading and the making videos go hand in hand for me. So if I'm hating the book, I know I'm still making a video and hopefully that video is good. I never know myself. But yeah, even if I'm hating something, like say the Princess Diaries books, I know that I'm still making a vlog and I'm going to get a vlog out of it. And I'm going to be happy with the fact that I'll have finished and completed that vlog, that it makes me continue that book anyway, even if I'm hating my life. And even for the recent Wicked vlog that I did, I really did not like books 2, 3, and 4. That was 3 books in a row I did not like. And yet I knew that I was making it fun for me by dressing up for that video, by getting a vlog out. So honestly, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't really affect me. Oh, and then the last question, how do you feel about sponsors? This might be not controversial. It's not controversial at all, but I've left it for last. I love it when people do sponsorships. I'm so proud of them. I genuinely think more booktubers, especially since it's such a niche, should get sponsored. More companies should sponsor as well. Like, I find that amazing. I personally hate doing them, so I don't do them. I did one recently for FlexiSpa, but that was because they sent me a chair for free. I wanted that chair. So I was like, yes, let's do it. They didn't pay me. They just went, oh yeah, show the chair in a video of you using it and the chair's yours. I was like, great, because I really wanted a chair. I need a reclining chair, so I'll have it. So I just don't do sponsors. I don't like the way it disrupts the flow of my videos. I don't like the deadlines. I really do hate deadlines and the idea that I have to be controlled by something else for a video kind of thing. Like, it takes away some of my freedom a little bit. And 3, like, one of the reasons why I have Patreon as well is so that I can financially support myself. I don't need to take sponsors. And like, again, I'm so fortunate and blessed and lucky that I earn enough with AdSense and Patreon that I don't need to take sponsors. Like, obviously I've got like debts and I still need to pay off my student loan and stuff. So obviously like the money will go amazingly towards those to like help me and free me a little bit. But it's not worth it for me personally, because I want my videos to be free from sponsors and that deadline and the contracts and stuff like that. I just wanted to be kept away from all of that. So I just don't like doing sponsors myself personally. And that is a week in the life of Gavin Reads It All. Probably not the most interesting. Definitely very productive, but like this is like a very productive week that I'm doing. I do feel like I'm still playing a little bit of catch up since coming back from Australia and Egypt, so I am like scrambling a little bit to like film and edit and vlog, and I've got 3 or 4 videos on the go at the minute too. I don't usually. Things have just worked out weirdly with, you know, Christmas coming up and it being December. It's just a hectic time. Like the last half of the year is so hectic. The first half of the year is pretty chill. Pretty chill. Oh, is this my gusto? No, it's not. I'm waiting for my gusto to come, like, for this coming week, and it should be coming any minute now. But I do hope you took something from this. If you're an aspiring booktuber or full-time content creator, hopefully I've helped a little bit. I don't know how, but if I put you off because of my workload, that's fair. I am now going to continue the spell shop, hopefully finish it today, and do my Once Upon a Time watch along with my patrons in a few hours. So that's me for the rest of the day. What are you doing for the rest of the day? So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know if you would want to do this full time, or if you already do it full time. Like, what do you do? And like, how do you go about it? And are there any tips that you have for me that I could personally implement into my schedule and my workload to hopefully make it a little bit easier? I would love to know. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting my channel, and if you'd like to join my Patreon, then the link is in the description box. But yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!